I took this water bottle, placed it over the stovetop to smooth it out, removed the lid, cut the top off, wiped away any moisture, cut a little strip, inserted it into my water bottle cutter, and pulled it through until I was left with strips. Then I took the tip of the strip and cut a small piece so that I could insert it into my nozzle. Once it was through to the other side, I turned my machine on, waited for the temp to hit 78.5, and I was ready to begin stretching my water bottle strips through the hot end to become printable material. Once it was long enough to reach my pulley system, I turned the machine off so the plastic didn't melt at the nozzle, tied it to my wheel, and then turned the machine back on to start automating the process. I was very excited that my pulley mechanism was finally working because in my last machine that I built, that part is the part that did not work. So we were already winning here. I sat there for a long time, probably about 45 minutes, and watched as my water bottle strips stretched through and magically turned into printable filament. This was the first time I ever actually got this right, so I was really excited and I sat there the entire time making sure nothing went wrong. And before I knew it, my wheel had an entire roll of filament on it and it was ready to print with. I made sure to grab the end of the filament so that it wouldn't unwind off of my wheel, and I was excited to see that my filament was 1.7 millimeters in diameter, the exact size needed to print with. Everything was working out so well, I was pumped, and I was also ready for the next step, actually printing with my PET plastic water bottle turned filament. I was so excited I could scream, but I knew I could still run into problems, so I just decided to trust the process and try not to get too excited, at least until we successfully print something. I double-checked the diameter of my regular filament, which was 1.7 millimeters, and in that moment, I knew we were ready to print. I had to add a custom filament to load in because PET doesn't really exist on my Prusa printer, so I added it in with a nozzle temp of 245 and a heat bed temp of about 50 and tried my first print. It was really hard to get my filament onto the printer without all of it unwinding on the pulley wheel. That's still a work in progress, but I finally started printing, and unfortunately, nothing came out of the extruder initially, and that made me realize that I had to try adjusting the printer settings to get it just right. Even 1 degree off, and it won't work. It's all a process of trial and error, that's for sure. I purged the filament out to make sure it was coming out of the extruder at all, and luckily it was, so I got excited. And I knew that all I needed to figure out was the temp settings and we could print. So I fiddled around with the settings, I changed the nozzle temp to 260 and the heat bed temp to 70. I also increased the flow rate to 150 and added a printer fan to cool the print as the filament came out, and I started printing. It actually started to work, but I soon noticed that my print flew off of the bed, and I realized that for some reason my custom filament settings were changing the nozzle temp from 260 to 220. So I had to keep going back in and changing it back to 260, and I also sprayed a few spritzes of hairspray on the heat bed so the print would stick better, and those seemed to do the trick. So I tried again and started printing, and it was working. But I still wasn't getting too excited yet because it had to finish before I celebrated. Slowly but surely, I watched as my little tiny pot printed on the bed, and soon the print reached 50% completion, then 75%, and then 100%. This was a huge win because if you've watched my journey over the past 2 years, then you know that I've spent those years trying to get this right. And finally, I built a new machine and I printed something with my water bottles turned filament. I thought it was pretty fitting to print this. A little plant pot giving the finger. Sorry for the derogatory nature in advance, but I really just had to say you to this whole experience because I was finally starting to kick its butt. I was learning so much about electronics, wiring, printing settings, not freaking out when something goes wrong, thermocontroller settings, burning out different elements and needing to order new ones. Let me tell you, the list goes on. One tiny error and the whole thing messes up. Well, listen, I removed the print from the bed and I removed the supports attached to it. The bottom kind of came off, which tells me I need to adjust the settings a little bit more before we get the printing just right. But this is a huge success, and I was truly excited to know that my hard work was finally paying off and I would soon become the queen of recycling. The first thing I want to do is print water bowls for the turtles at the zoo because it's something I've always wanted to do. Save the turtles, you know? Obviously, you could see how excited I was, and this is really just proof that if you set your mind to something, you can eventually do it, and you'll learn a lot along the way. And I'm about to show you how I built this machine so that you can do it at home too. I'm gonna make a video about all the parts you'll need to buy, and then instructions on how to assemble the cutter, the puller, the power supply wiring, and the thermocontroller temperature setting, so that if you want to become the queen or king of recycling, then you can too. This machine is called the Pedimentor. I follow a group on Facebook, and those are the rockets who helped me realize I could even build this thing, so credit to them for sure. If you have any questions, feel free to just DM me because we're in this together. So there's still a lot more to accomplish here, but there are now so many possibilities running through my mind for what's next in this journey. And trust me, this is just the beginning.